Good day, Cochrane. Welcome to another edition of Fireside Chat with Carter, Quinn, and Freya, right? Do you want to say it? No? Okay. Today, we're coming to you fireside in the Cochrane Ranch House in the Hall of Vision with some students from grade 1 at Fireside School, right?
Fireside Hawks.
Fireside Hawks? Yeah? What do you guys want to talk about today?
About school.
About school? Okay. So a lot of times we have school classes come for, what are you guys on today? Field trip?
Field trip.
Yeah?
And we're going to go hiking after lunch.
Hiking after lunch? Oh, this is pre-lunch, so we have to do our work first, right? Before recess? So you guys were just with me in the council chambers learning about what town council does. What did you learn? Besides how old I am.
I didn't know how old you are.
Oh, perfect. I think it was 39, wasn't it?
I have no idea. You have no idea how old you are, because you didn't tell us it.
Oh.
Tell us how.
What's the secret? No. How old are you?
I'm not telling.
I'm not telling if you're not telling.
6.
Oh, fine.
She's 6. You're all 6.
You're 6?
I'm 6.
You're 6?
I'm
6?
6.
Now you tell us how old
6.
you are.
I'm 6 too.
You're 6 too? You gotta look that way. So, you know what we talked about last night at council?
Yeah.
You do?
I can see you at night.
Yeah, okay, so we had a council meeting last night, and usually I'll shoot a video like this to tell the people of Cochrane what we talked about. So one of the things I thought would be cool to have kids on today is because we were talking about day homes. Do you know what a day home is?
Yeah.
You do?
It's where like little daycares are.
Yeah, it's like a daycare in someone's home. So we changed the regulations last night.
Daycare is like when it's like a home for some people who don't have enough money for a home.
No, it's not that at all. It's about someone who has a home who wants to have 6 kids come to their home that they will take care of during the day while your mums or dads are off at work.
Like a babysitter.
Sort of, yeah. Have you been in a day home?
I have one.
I'm possible. Cool.
When I was 3. I have one.
3 and 4? Yeah. So, hey, where are you going? You got to come back. Freya's embarrassed now. Cut. Are you ready to cut? I appreciate you guys coming today. I'll talk about all the council stuff.
We'll do it later.
We'll do that later, yeah, after recess. Eh?
Because we're going hiking
I heard that.
up a big mountain.
Up a huge mountain? And you?
And we're gonna go
Did you bring snow pants?
We're going to see the grandfather tree. We're going to see the grandfather tree.
Oh, the grandfather tree.
Yep, and we're going to take a picture.
Cool. You know
Our
what?
phone to play on.
That's awesome. I saw you guys upstairs taking a bunch of pictures. So did you appreciate your visit to the ranch house today? Yeah? Yeah? What was your favorite part? This?
Falling off the chair.
Okay. Well,
Mine was when I found the snow outside.
so your highlight of visiting with me was outside falling in the snow? No. Okay. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming today and being a part of the Fireside Chat. Do you want to say hi to the people of Cochrane?
Hi.
Or bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.
See you later.
Oh,
And
no. Not again.
cut. Well, thanks to those kids that were here. It was Freya, Carter, and Quinn. And I really appreciate having visits from the schools. It's always important to connect with the students of Cochrane and, well, maybe inspire one of our young people to be the next mayor of Cochrane. But I did tell them they had to be 18, so they focused a lot around my age, which well, we won't talk about that. We'll just get right into the content of last night's agenda. As I'd mentioned earlier, and why I wanted to have some of the kids here, aside from the fact that we are having field trips here today, at the ranch house was day homes. We had Bylaw 02, which dealt specifically with day homes and the regulations of day homes in Cochrane. So there's been a lot of talk over the years about regulations, how we have added another layer of government, and we've really restricted day homes from operating in Cochrane, made it difficult for them, and this bylaw came forward from administration to reduce some of the red tape around allowing and starting a day home in Cochrane. So basically what happened was we got out of the way, government got out of the way, and we're allowing day homes to operate in the community. So the province already has a lot of regulations around the operation and the safety concerns, but what we found was that out of the 229 applications to the town, 219 were approved, so almost every single application that's coming through was being approved anyways, so why not just get rid of the regulations and allow them to operate. So one of the small changes, which seems insignificant, is, but it's not, is that they now will be allowed to have 6 kids at a time instead of 6 kids total for the day. So that is a small change, but is a big deal. So this will allow day homes to operate all day, which they were anyways, but they can have 6 kids in the morning, 6 kids in the afternoon, 6 kids in the middle of the day, as long as they have 6 kids at a time. So that was the significant change. So that was, I was happy to see that. And I'm hoping this will be an example of how the land use bylaw is looked at, that we are getting rid of some of the restrictions that is just basically costing town staff time and making things difficult for people to do business in our community. The next bylaw, 03-2020, was about accessory suites, and it was right along the same lines. Accessory suites, or garden suites as they're sometimes known as, are second rental properties inside a single-family residence or outside if you, in the backyard. And this is again about getting rid of some of the regulations around them and decreasing the amount of barriers that we have as a community in front of people that want to have these accessory suites. But also that the small change that we made is, instead of having a 10% in any one community, we're now looking at them as a clustering, so that town staff will look at the planning department, will look at how many other home-based businesses are in the area, how many day homes, how many accessory suites, and then make a decision based on that number instead of just looking at accessory suites in isolation. So some small changes, but basically reducing red tape, being more organizationally efficient, and getting out of the way of people wanting to do good things in the community. So those were 2 bylaws that we passed last night and made changes to. Second, we had, or third, I guess, we're on Bylaw 05-2020, which was a redesignation of land use for Greystone, and we just had first reading and public hearing. So we set the public hearing date for that, and it is the Greystone property down by the rec center, the old Burnco gravel pit. They are applying for a change in land use. So this is the beginning of that subdivision coming forward to council. Lastly, we had a borrowing bylaw, 06-2020, which was paving the way for the Transit Hub and Innovation Center. Council passed that last night unanimously to have the town enter into a borrowing to enable the construction of Transit Hub Innovation Center. So stay tuned for that and how the design is going to unfold, and I'm sure we'll have a sod turning in the spring when that building starts to be constructed. So that, in a nutshell, was what we talked about at council last night. Not a lot of things on the agenda, but they all took quite a while to get through. And again, just a shout out to the young people that were up in the ranch house today. I'm sure you can hear some of them in the background. We are inundated with grade 1s, and I'm sure I will need a good night's sleep tonight after all of the questions that I'm being asked about how many dogs in town, how many people live in Cochrane? Could we have a Toys R Us soon? And more ice cream. So those are just a smattering of the questions on top of everything else. But that is all for now. Over and out. Until next time.